Daniel has first speaker. Thanks, Daniel.
Hello, everybody. I'm Daniel. My research field is forensic psychology, but this opportunity allowed me to explore something a little different. Many years ago, I used to be a professional gamer. I used to perform in arenas around the country at a high level of certain video games, and I had a Twitch channel where I performed to a lot of people, many thousands. I had major sponsorship deals. And I left that field because I didn't feel like it was productive and good for my mental health and well-being. So when the opportunity came up to do a research project, I wanted to explore the experiences of mental health and well-being on Twitch and on Twitch partners specifically. So by show of hand, I'm curious, who here has watched a video on YouTube? Pretty obvious. You're probably like, what a silly question. Who here has watched a video on TikTok? Okay. Who here has watched a video on twitch.tv? A lot of young people. Interesting. So the point of my research project was to explore the lived experiences of mental health and well-being of content creators on the platform, also to understand the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the mental health and well-being of Twitch partners and their communities. A little bit of background. Mental health is quite a serious issue that we are facing in the United Kingdom right now. In the UK alone, poor mental health impacts more than 10 million people per year, and the cost on the economy is tremendous. This isn't just about the UK, though. Poor mental health is a global issue, and every country has a different approach, or very few approaches to deal with poor mental health in their communities and online. Approximately 8 million people in England have difficulties accessing appropriate support and mental health provision through services like the NHS. A lot of people may want to go the private route, but that costs a lot of money. A lot of people don't have the money or the ability to access appropriate support privately, which leaves them really struggling to get support for poor mental health. And I liken mental health to physical health. If I break my leg, I'm going to go to the doctor and get some support at the hospital. If I have poor mental health, I seem to be really struggling to just go and get that sorted in an appropriate and efficient way. And a lot of people have that experience in the United Kingdom. Now, there is some research exploring live streaming, but there's very little research exploring mental health in the communities of live streaming. So for those that are not aware of what twitch.tv is, here's a little bit about Twitch and what a Twitch partner is. A Twitch partner is an individual, like me, like I was, a content creator, who is signed to an exclusive contract with twitch.tv to create live content. It's normally live streaming. It can be from 6 hours to 12 hours to 24 hours, and in some cases, a whole week, where you'll have just a little bit of sleep in between to make that money and to make that progress. What you get in return is money, which is made from viewer subscriptions, interactions on the platform, sponsorship deals. I had a few of those. I turned down some very lucrative deals because mental health is more appropriate than the money that I was making, and advertising revenue. So when people are watching your content, you'll roll some adverts and make some money from corporations. Twitch streamers do a variety of activities. They most commonly play video games, but there are now podcasts, live streams. I could maybe go to the local cafe, eat a burrito, and you can watch me doing that, and you can pay me to do that. You can also interact with your favorite streamers through a chat window with memes, GIFs, emotes, and lingo that is used in the Twitch world, which I won't get into today. It's very interesting. It's profitable. Twitch.tv was purchased by Amazon quite a few years ago, and it is making Amazon a lot of money, $2.6 billion in 2021 alone. It makes a lot of money. I want to do this project in alignment with the university's 2022-23 academic themes of creative industries. Twitch is all about creativity. There are some incredible creative individuals who have a wide variety of ways of expressing themselves on the platform, and a lot of viewers who find themselves in those creative industries as well. A lot of viewers who find someone who represents them, what they stand for, what they believe in, how they look, how they feel, the games they like, the things they say. We did this through qualitative, semi-structured interviews, which were lasted around about 1 hour. And then I took the audio recordings, removed any information about our Twitch partners, and conducted a thematic analysis. Thematic analysis was to help us understand the themes that came out of the data from our preliminary findings. So I'm going to present today just the preliminary data. This is an ongoing project that I think I'm going to carry on through to next year, because it's very interesting to me what some people have been saying, and I realized through the current preliminary data that some themes have come out which are worth exploring. Twitch is a massive, massive place with millions of streamers and billions of viewers. These are communities that exist online, and everyone behind every username in that chat is a person with an experience to share. The themes that came out of this research are as follows. Content creation seemed to be a response to pre-existing mental health issues. People needed an escape from their poor mental health, and they needed a way to go and do something that they love and have benefits from it. That was really interesting finding, because I always assumed that it would be about the viewers and their mental health that would project on the streamer. It turns out streamers are streaming because it helps their mental health. It keeps them busy, so they don't have to think and deal with their mental health difficulties on a daily basis. However, it can impact their relationships that they have with their families, their children. One of our respondents talked about an experience where their child asked them, "Dad, I don't really see you anymore." And Dad had to explain, "I'm pursuing something that means a lot to me, and I'm trying to raise as much money for his family as possible." There was a trade-off that was taking place. And in other cases, it can be quite difficult on the family when one person is in a room screaming at a computer screen. It's hard to explain, "That's how I make my living." It's difficult. To maintain success on Twitch, a tug-of-war can take place between well-being and audience gains. So often, you tend to put your own needs aside to make money. So if you want to fire up the stream and you're not feeling too well, you've got to do it to keep consistency and make that money. It is a sensitive relationship between a streamer and their community online. If you say something inappropriate or wrong, it could be the end of your career. No more money, no more success. It can be a really big problem. You can get cancelled. So you've got to be very sensitive and careful about what you say in your community. There's a one-sided relationship where you give everything that you've got to people who you never see, who have usernames in your chat and donations and subscriptions to your channel. At the moment, based on the preliminary data, there's a suggestion that poor mental health and well-being are present in content creation and community, both on the side of the content creators and in their audiences. Because not only is live streaming suggested as a self-doctored coping mechanism for streamers, it's also a place where viewers come in and make their own personal disclosures to the streamer about how bad their day has been. "My father just died. Thank you for getting me through this." It's something that a lot of streamers might hear. How they manage that is really difficult. How do you respond to that when you have a camera on you and a microphone and you're playing a video game? These one-sided parasocial relationships exist when a streamer is live. So it is interesting to understand what happens when the camera is off. How does the streamer cope? But how does the viewer cope without their favorite streamer to get them through their hardship and their difficulties? This is yet to be explored. It is an area that could be explored. This parasocial phenomenon on Twitch serves as a sensitive tightrope for streamers aiming for financial gain whilst trying to foster really sensitive, positive community well-being. Online, it's very hard to say the right thing in the right way. It's very difficult. And there's my references. So my going home message is, Twitch.tv serves as an entertainment empire, but there appears to be this huge mental health related flux that's a cyclical relationship on the platform, where the streamer is live for their mental health and well-being. The viewers tune in for their mental health and well-being, and that is a really sensitive relationship that can go really well and make financial gain, or can go very poorly and can result in the opposite, no financial gain and people feeling harmed and hurt. So, I'd love to take any questions that you may have about Twitch.tv,